the motivations for someone to change is either a pain in the current state that they want to get away from, or an opportunity in the future state that they want to chase, right?
Yeah.
And so when it comes to getting these folks to change or adopt technology, whatever, like what have you found is either worked better, or what do you kind of default towards between current pain and avoiding that versus future opportunity and ROI?
So it's absolutely changed. The first time around, it was a competitive, it's always a competitive nature in business, right? I mean, it always is. But the first time around, it was, we need to change for productivity reasons, right? You got to remember, it's 2010, and the sale behind Revit is not that Revit is a database that can enable all these other business aspects of your construction company. The sale was ultimately, we can draw elevations and sections faster. It's a more efficient drafting tool. So those were the sorts of things that you play on to get that change. Hey, do you like doing that section at 5:30 when you'd rather be, eating, dinner with your family? No, I'd rather be eating dinner with my family. Use Revit, section done. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That was sort of that argument. Yeah. Well, that argument is still very similar now, in that Procore is what we're implementing for the PIC side. And I've had some people say it's great. I've had some people say you should have chosen something different. But the biggest thing about Procore is that it's easy to understand, it's easy to implement, and it's something that everyone can take to. I put it in the hands of my construction team. They're already sending goofy pictures and talks to each other. And this is a company that has worked on Excel spreadsheets for the last 30 years. ROI on Procore alone is going to be astronomical, so far that it's not a question of, is it going to pay for itself? It's a question of, what else can we buy with the savings?
Wow.
Of this? Because
Procore's not cheap.
No, it's not cheap, but you got to think, we do a submittal and a transmittal for every piece of paper that comes in our company and leaves our company. For every single project.
I can tell you millennials don't do that anymore, or at least I never did.
I would quit before I did that. I'd be like, nah, this isn't for me. I'll go wait tables. Totally a joke, but these are the things that when I talk about Procore, and this is not just Procore, even though I'm sure they love me saying their name over and over again on this podcast.
It just rolls off the tongue.
It is an efficiency gain in just digitization of project management.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. The other competitors in this space offer the same thing. They do it a little differently. But we are no longer manually tracking submittals and transmittals. We are no longer sending out emails of this drawing is now updated. We are no longer waiting for the subcontractors to tell us this or that. All that goes away. And that's like 60% of construction's job.
Well, that's the fear and the opportunity, right? Is the person in the back of the room goes, oh, wait a minute, you just described 60% of my job, and you just said that that's going away. Am I going to lose my job? And then now you got the fear factor that you have to deal with, right?
I've had literal talks with people at this company that I'm like, you ain't going nowhere. Like, it's...
I got more for you. For you.
Well, it just won't be the same as what it was before.
Like, we've got so much work, you're never leaving.